Hi my friends, CA here, and this week's book pick is the middle grade book, Amelia Fang and the Barbaric Ball. The timing for this book is perfect as we start to think about Halloween and fall, and there's just something about, pumpkins and spooky things that can be really exciting to read as a kid. Amelia lives in Nocturnia, a city in the Kingdom of the Dark, with her parents, Countess and Count, as well as her pet Squashy, which, as you can guess, is sort of a pumpkin. She has two very good friends that she hangs out with, Florence Spudwick, who is not a beast, but a very rare breed of Yeti, as well as Grimaldi Reaperton. The Kingdom of Dark, kind of like the opposite. Everybody is afraid of the Kingdom of Light, where unicorns and rainbows and flowers, those are all deathly. So clearly everybody roams around at nighttime. They avoid the daytime for fear of running into a unicorn. So at school, Amelia is given the honor, of being a guide to Prince Tanjung, who has been sort of secluded in the castle with his father since his mother passed away or was eaten or taken by fairies. This is the rumor that goes around. She and her two friends try to befriend Prince Tanjung, but he really is a rude little vampire. He's disrespectful, he's rude, he's inconsiderate, he treats people badly. So clearly this is a challenge for Amelia and her friends. And the father, the king, has been in this sense of depression or lost since his wife had disappeared, and so he seems to pay no attention to his son, and whatever the prince asks for, the king gives him. And one of the requests he asks for is taking something from Amelia that is very important and special to her. Amelia is determined to get what belongs to her back. So the story is about sort of friendship. There's a little bit of adventure mystery in there. The characters are great because they're very interesting, but there is sort of that underscore lesson of people are more likely to be your friend if you're nice to them versus if you demand their friendship. Even though it talks about fear of unicorns and goblins and ogres and all of these things, it isn't like a true dark story. It just plays off fantasy dark. We have a whole kingdom that makes a judgment from people from a different kingdom based on stories. So many of the stories that are shared aren't shared because first time knowledge, they're shared because they're written in books and then adults reinforce it. So because of these stories, the two worlds are completely separate. They don't kind of interact and they fear each other. But when Amelia is put in a position to question those stories, she uses her experience and the people she knows and what she's encountered to start to question the stories that she's heard, which is a great lesson for kids. I mean, clearly as a parent, you don't want your child questioning everything about you, but it is a skill that you want your kids to develop when they're adults. I thought the illustrations were great. It was a combination of pictures to show sort of scenes with characters, but it was also just treatment of pages. So white copy on a dark page, or borders on the page, or even in some cases when Amelia was reading old documents, some of the text looks like it was handwritten versus typed. Suddenly she felt a breeze on her ankles. It was coming from underneath a dark green door with a moldy handle. She thought. Definitely the smell of stagnant water. She turned the creaky handle and opened the door. I thought that made for a really interesting read. The story was fun, and then the illustrations really added to that experience. This is the first book in the series. The ending of the book sets up the next adventure that they're all going to take, which the assumption is going to be in the second story. If your kids really like the first book, it will hook them into wanting to read more. I'll be sure to leave details below in the description on the book itself if you're interested in getting your own copy. As always, you can find me here on Wednesday sharing books for kids with a little bit of a geek twist. If you like this content, like to see more content like it, be sure to give this a little thumbs up. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when more content like this is published. And until next time, one to beam out. Woo!